Hello friends! So today's going to be a different kind of video. We're going to talk about a full moon ritual that you can do for tomorrow's full super moon. Actually, you can do this any full moon, but since tomorrow's a full moon, we're going to just go right into it here. Okay, so what you're going to need is, sorry about the mess here, guys. I just threw it all on the table. We're going to need a plate. You're going to need a candle. I find white's good. It's kind of an all-purpose candle. You can have black, you can have white, you can have pink. You know, depends what you're looking for. But white is kind of a good all-purpose candle here. You're going to need some paper. You're going to need a pen, of course. You're going to need some matches or a lighter. A piece of string or yarn. I have some embroidery thread here because that's what I had. Now these are optional. I have a couple of different anointing oils. Again, not necessary. Same with the herbs. We're going to need some herbs depending on what it is that you want to be manifesting and bringing in. And then we are going to need a fireproof pot. We're going to need a piece of fabric. Okay. So, you can also light some incense to get you in the mood. That's optional as well. I'm just going to move some of these out of the way and we're going to get started with our first step here. Okay, so step one would be lighting your incense and getting yourself in the mood if that's what you want. But let's move on to step two, which is getting our candle ready. Now, my candle, I want to bring in, I'm going to try and manifest 1,000 subscribers, okay? So I'm just going to write 1,000. Just kind of carve that into the candle there. Doesn't have to be perfect. You get the gist. Right? Now this step is also optional. I'm going to take my anointing oil. These are oils that I've made myself, which is why they look so gross. But I'm just going to put some Crown of Success oil on there. Now, if you are anointing your candle, you make sure you do not leave it unattended. This is a fire hazard, okay? And again, I'm going through this really quickly. You want to really take your time and think about what you're manifesting. Put that in there, right? Now, because I want a little of extra, oh geez, this is hard to do with one hand. I want a little bit of extra oomph on mine, so I'm just going to sprinkle some of my pre-made powder on. Like so. And now I'm going to attach the candle to the plate. And there's a reason I don't have it in a candle holder and I'm attaching it to the plate, which we'll go over later. So I'm just kind of melting the bottom here. Getting that a little bit warmed up. I'm going to stick it right to the center of the plate. And hold it there until it takes. Ta-da! Nothing to it. Okay. Now we're going to think about what we want that candle to do. We're going to go ahead and light it. And we're going to move that off to the side for now. You can still see it, but we're just getting it out of the way. All right. Now we're going to do the first part of our, what we're making is a little packet, right? Like a little pouch to carry with you to remind you of all the things that you're wanting to bring in. However, this part, we're going to write down what we want to release. Okay? What blockages are in the way of you achieving the goal that you're trying to bring in here with this candle? So you're going to write, I release, and then you're going to put whatever it is, and as many things as you can think of. I release, I don't know, limiting beliefs around money. I release lack of self-confidence. I release blah, 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 etc., etc. So as many times as you can think. Then I want you to sign it. And we're going to fold it. Now, some people have rules, you know, you fold it away from you if you're getting rid of it, which, if I'm being honest, guys, I tend to forget these rules. I do. I'm kind of bad that way. So, just being honest. But if you're very particular about that, by all means, fold away. If you're getting rid of, fold it towards you if you're bringing it in. But I tend to forget, so. Now again, you could anoint this paper with oil. I find if I'm burning it like we are now, that can get a little dangerous. So, I'm just going to leave the paper as is, fold it up a little bit smaller. Go ahead and light that. And make sure you're all staying very safe when you do that. If you can go outside to do this, that would be even better. And we're just going to go ahead and let this burn down to ash. Now again, we're not going to do anything else. We're going to wash this. We're going to think about all the things that are getting rid of and releasing right now. Now, if you're like me and you're not in a great spot to be doing this, like I have air coming right down on me, it might put these flames out a little bit early. It's okay, you just relight it and get it to the point to where it's ashes. See how that went out a little bit too early, but that's okay. We'll just give it a little bit of help here. Beautiful. Now we're going to just kind of let that smolder. We're going to put it aside and get rid of that for now. That's going to come in later. All right. Now we're going to write what we are trying to bring in. What are we manifesting here? And you're going to write like you already have it, of course. Now, this is the basic law of attraction. I'm sure you're all familiar with this. So I have 1,000 subscribers. Let's say 1,000 plus, right? Let's not limit ourselves. So I'm going to write that a couple of times. I have 1,000 plus subscribers. I have a successful channel, whatever. Whatever it is that you're bringing in. And I want you to feel how you would feel if this is true or when it's true. And again, we're going to sign that. Now, we're going to fold it in. Now, this one, And the paper doesn't have to be this big, guys. It's what I had. So we're gonna fold it quite small here. Now this one, because we're not burning it, I am gonna put just a little bit of oil on it. And we're gonna set that aside to use for later. Okay. Now, this is the part that takes the longest, okay? Now, your candle does not have to be this big. It's just, again, this is what I had on hand, right? It can be a little birthday candle if that's what you've got on hand. Little chime candle, right? I suggest you don't use a big 7-day candle, but you're gonna sit here, you're gonna watch this burn down, you're gonna think about what it is that you're trying to bring in. And you're just gonna sit and watch it. And you're gonna let this burn completely down. Now, again, we're not going to, I'm just going through this quickly because this is actually something I'm going to be doing tomorrow night. So, when your candle is completely melted down, the wax, ooh, careful about that. The wax is all burned down onto the plate. You're going to open your piece of fabric. You're going to place that piece of paper that we wrote on. This is where you'd want to be putting any herbs, if you know of any that, you know, if you're trying to manifest money, you can put some basil, you can put some allspice, some cinnamon, stuff like that. Now, because I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel, and I want to dominate the competition, as they say, I'm just using a little bit of domination powder. Again, I make this at home, and I'm going to sprinkle that right in there. The other thing I'm going to do is take our ashes from 4. See how they're kind of all over the place? And I am going to sprinkle some of those ashes in here. I'm going to take the big piece out because I don't need it. Now, if I did all my prep and I've been waiting and my candle's burnt down, this is where I would take some of the cool dried wax and I would put in here as well. Then we're going to go ahead and fold up all our things into a tiny little packet. Again, this is why a smaller piece of paper would be good. You don't have that weird angle sticky outy. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add a piece of black tourmaline in here because I really want to ground this into the reality here. Again, this is optional. If you want to add crystals that you know of, go ahead. Add anything else that you feel would be beneficial to you. Then we're going to take that string we have, if I can find the end of it somewhere. Preferably don't make a mess like I did. And we're going to go ahead and bind that right up. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. Go ahead and tie that together. So if you want to, you can do this part a day early. But the day of the moon is better. Then what I want you to do is I want you to take your little pouch and you're going to leave it in the window. Don't need that. You're going to leave it in the window overnight to charge in the moonlight. Then you're going to carry this with you. You can keep it in your pocket. If it's smaller than this, you know, you can maybe even wear it as as a necklace maybe. But on your in your pocket's fine, in your purse, but at night, stick it under your pillow and sleep on it. And try and think of what you're trying to manifest before you go to sleep. And then you just keep putting energy into it, think about it, play with it during the day if you want. Just keep it on you, and then when things start to change and your wish comes true, then you can let it go. All right, so that's just a quick-ish little full moon ritual for you to do if you like. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you again soon.